Well, there we go. I am now Redorn Hortator. I've done it. So now I need to become Telvanni Hortator, which is still a hilarious word to me. The Hortator. Ow. I'm getting stuck into place there. Whoops. Anyone do blacksmithing? I should probably repair a little bit. If I can find the right spots, but I always get turned around in these places. Are you? And you're an inn. You're the council club. Let's just go back to whatever it's called. Balmora. There we go. Yep. There we go. This is the place I've spent the most time in that is not also a gargantuan labyrinth, because I've technically probably spent more time in Vivec by now, but Vivec is really confusing and huge. Whereas this place I can be all like, hey... Oop. Armorer. Here I have a decent idea of where everything's laid out, so I can just wander on over and be all like, hey, let's do some repair jobs. How you doing? Wakizashi's right there. Not in a big hurry to sell some of that stuff. Glass, glass, glass. Savior's hide. Bone mold. That's all my... Oh, bracer, helm. There we go. Gear is repaired. Definitely have to deal with the whole actual equip load problem here. I'll make time for vendoring soon, hopefully. For now, let's go to the first Telvanni location that comes to mind, which is you, Vivec. Boom. Comes to mind because it was a noteworthy location for a quest recently, and I had no idea where it was at the time, and that was kind of a problem. So now I'm abundantly aware of where it's located. I am almost incapable of forgetting at this point. So I'm going to go around in the Vivec building, and I'm going to try to ask them about becoming the Hortator, or at least try to find what locations are most important to Vivec. I mean, sorry, most important to Telvanni. The Vivec location. Technically true, but the wrong enunciation that I was going for. We want to get to the Telvanni HQ and ask them about... Ooh. Did I just hit level 10? I mean, my 10 ranks? Yep, that's exactly enough. That was acrobats, right? 89. Damn. How fast does that go up, by the way? Just made it go up by 1 just now. I'm just constantly jumping at all times. That's not even for grinding anymore. At one point it was for grinding, but honestly jumping is just faster than running as far as I can tell. I'm fairly... It is faster, right? It has... I'm pretty sure it's faster. Not 100% certain, but I'm fairly certain that it's faster to jump around like a lunatic than to run. That seems to generally be the case. Hello? Go about your business, but I'm watching you. Alright. Looking for information about the Telvanni compound. Telvanni compound is the eastmost canton. Mage Lord Mavon Denham is the ranking Telvanni noble. The Telvanni rent the compound from the temple and have to make do with the Velothi Tower instead of their preferred mushroom towers. The administrative center includes a treasury and a hall of records. Slaves are housed in the lowest tiers. There are many tradesmen, craftsmen, and trainers. Lizard's Head Corner Club provides lodgings for Telvanni kin and mercenaries. Alright, so if the slaves are in the lower areas, I'm gonna guess we want to go to the very top, which really I should have guessed, because generally the leadership's often at the top of a building anyway, regardless of context. Wait, am I already at the top? Oh, there we go. I'm on the top floor already, but there's still a raised central area. Howdy, how you doing? Tendrin Lervu. Have I met you before? I've met Lervus before, but that doesn't really help. Telvanni. That's just general information about the Telvanni, though. I need to find the leaders of the Telvanni. And I don't necessarily know how to do that. I don't know why I quick save that often.
Can I help you out? Do you need something?
House Telvanni. Didn't think about that. We don't care about politics. We don't care what others think. We just want to be left alone, and our wizard lords and their mercenaries make sure that no one bothers us, alright? What if you like me more, will you say anything more useful than that? No. Nope. You're not a very encouraging list of things. Hi. Are you more useful? A rare thing, thanks. There we go. Now he's super into me. House Telvanni. Dang it. Moon and Star. The enchanted ring called Moon and Star. Our one clan under Moon and Star, as the Ashlanders call it, was forged for the hero Nerevar by one of the Dwemer sorcerer priests Kagranak Smiths, and blessed with the Daedra Lord Azura. The ring gave Nerevar supernatural powers of persuasion and indisputable proof of identity, since any other who tried to wear the ring would be killed instantly. Yes. Nerevarine. House Telvanni pays little attention to religious doctrine, or prophecies and other superstitions. For that matter, call yourself the Nerevarine. We don't care. Okay. Telvanni Nerevarine, though. Or, Hortator. House High. Hortator is not an option. This is the specific. This is the one thing where the conversation style of this game gets mildly frustrating. Is this ongoing quest line where I'm just trying to find the person I can talk to about the thing, and if it's not an option, then I'm kind of a little stuck because they don't really tell me who to. They don't even really tell me who I can talk to half the time, do they? Hortator. Inkling half-troll can be bribed or killed. Sumatul named me Nerevarine. That's where I met Curio a while ago. Okay. These are the duties of Nerevarine. I shall be Nerevarine to all tribes, Hortator to all great houses. Okay. How do I become Hortator to all great houses? Good question. Hortator. Must go before the counselors, the great houses, and satisfy them. For only the great houses can be named you Hortator. Let's see. Telvanni counselors. Ibani Mesa. I am told that wizards who speak for the Telvanni counselors may be found in a strange building in Sadrith Mora. Counselors themselves are ageless sorcerers living in the tower scattered over Vardenfell. I know nothing about them except they are old, terrible, and evil. Sadrith Mora. Back on track. Okay. That'll hopefully take me back on the right track. Yeah, frustratingly, you can't do the thing that I would do in human real life, which is just ask somebody, "Hey, where's your leadership again?" Oh yeah, all right, thanks. But our character is bad at asking questions, so he has to go through his little introvert journal. That's what's happening here. Is we have this guy that gets nervous about asking too many questions. So if he thinks he's supposed to already know something, then he won't ask that question. And he's like, no, I already know that. I can't. I gotta just go through my journal. I don't want to look foolish after all. And then what happens is he goes through his journal, and basically the chosen one of this world is the massive introvert, which I mean I can't argue with. Sadrith Mora, where are you? Right, you're the really far away place, aren't you? You're up here, right? Sadrith Mora. I definitely remember how to get to you. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Ebonheart, right? Okay. Fine. I will walk there myself. I'm pretty sure I need to go to Ebonheart. And then if I go to Ebonheart, I can take a boat to Sadrith Mora. Was there a Mages Guild in Sadrith Mora? I might be able to just take the Mages Guild there. And the Mages Guild is at the top of the 4 1/4. That's probably faster than boat. Yeah, there we go. I think I took a boat. I think I took a Mages Guild teleport to Sage with Mora itself, then took boats to get around to everywhere else. But if I wanted to, I think I could go to Ebonheart to then take a boat to Sage with Mora if I so desired, but that would take significantly longer than just climbing this tower. In some ways, that's one of my favorite parts about this game, is the city experience of this game, where you get this the experience of like learning the series of bus routes and bike routes and trains and whatnot that would essentially get you from one side of the city to another, like in real life, essentially. And it makes the place feel like a surprisingly cohesive place, whereas in other games you don't have to worry about things like logistics of travel because you would just teleport via magical click on an icon teleportation, whereas in this game, even though there is teleportation, it's only a teleportation between like 5 points on the entire map, and you can't even just teleport to those points magically, you have to teleport from one to the other. I don't need to find the right staircase, I can just jump out. My acrobatic skill is out of control. That reminds me, I need to go sleep in someone's bed real quick. Don't mind me, just gonna pop in here real quick. Try to find someone who's not keeping a close eye on their bed. There's no beds in this building? I chose the one building that wasn't fitting. Maybe there's some house around here no one's keeping a close eye on. So it actually makes sense that this would be where I have to go, because they're like battle mages, right? And like, let's see. There we go. Intelligence times 2. Strength's maxed out. We'll do endurance and luck. It is really weird looking at the screen and being like, oh yeah, speed, strength, agility, personality, all maxed out. 50% of my stats. The remaining stats are all around 50% on average, though. Ranging from like 40 to 70 and stuff. We are now, what, level 44? Boom. Howdy. We got a lot of levels by just, a lot of our levels came from trainers. Because I just had so much money, because the game has really weirdly exponential pricing on stuff. Let's see, Telvanni. Telvanni. I may have to go back here a little bit. Now that I'm here, Hortator, Telvanni counselors. In a strange building in Sage with Mora. I would not expect anything called a strange building to be in... Whoa, floating. To be in there. Because that just seems like a boring-ass castle. Everything in this direction is what I would call a strange building, though, so it doesn't really narrow it down. Let's look for a particularly strange-looking building. If I can. Because everything here is just mushroom buildings. Which isn't that weird, considering that on our way here we had to encounter a building made of bug or crab or whatever. A carapace building. Alright. Wolverine Hall. Sage with Mora. Tel Arun. These seem to just be people's names. That's an inn. Hole in the wall. Alchemist. Nothing else stands out. Everything looks like just normal buildings. Is that Tel Arun? That's Tel Arun. Straight ahead for me. I would classify that as a strange building, and its name is Tel Arun, so it might be the Telvanni location due to the prefix used. Granted, it's like a beginning of a word in Telvanni, but only a standalone word on its own entirely in Tel Arun, because there is a space. But who knows even if they even respect spaces and whatnot like that anyway. I might need levitate, so I guess it's a good thing I already have that. Oh, that makes sense. Because these guys probably require levitation for you to get around in their places, judging by the fact that we've been specifically told that wizards don't use stairs because of levitate. And interestingly, it was a mandatory quest on our way here to do a mission for a wizard specifically, that required us to levitate, which was the Corpus quest. So by putting that Corpus mission there, that opened up the possibility for this later area where... Rude. So anticlimactic every time I get attacked by a goddamn fish. Like, ew, get off. It's like a hassle. Slaughterfish are the cliff racers of the sea. Except you spend way less game time in the sea, so people are significantly less annoyed by them. Hello. Telvanni Guard. That's encouraging. Alright. How's Telvanni? Same... I think that's basically the same description. We live comfortably, our wizard lords keep us secure and otherwise leave us alone. All we want is to be left in peace and do as we wish. Okay, moon and star. That's the same description, I believe. Let's maybe not talk to a guard. Guards are probably not very useful. Smith! Hello, Smithy.
Do you have something to say?
Do you have $11 billion? You have $900. That is not $11 billion. That's significantly less than that, as it turns out. Will you buy... I don't want to sell that because it's actually useful and unique. Where's my giant stack of items? There we are. You guys aren't very valuable. What if I give you one of them? Will you buy that? You don't buy that item. Great. Thanks for your help. Glad we could do business, ma'am. Anything interesting about you? You have chitin sets? Could use the armor smithing stuff if it wasn't for the fact that I'm about to die under the weight of my equipment right now. Otherwise, I might buy your armor smithing hammers just because now I actually have an armor smith skill, thanks to trainers. And so I can use those hammers with decent chance, I believe. Armor 55. It's a start. Alright, well, we got a new town to explore. Let's try the local map. Just switching it over preemptively. Apothecary. Why can't I go in? There we go. I was looking at the sign, apparently, instead of the character. Hi there. How do you do? I'm not going to buy that skooma from you. I guess the other person didn't care about the skooma because they don't buy drugs or items of that type at all.
Wretched thief.
That's not what I meant to do.
Die, fetcher.
I'm over encumbered. What did I even pick up? You know what? Let's just, it will take me less time to just go back than to figure out what in the world I just did. I apologize profusely, person I'm not currently looking at. Let's switch that map over again. That was a mistake. Whoops. That's a very Elder Scrolls specific issue, is, yeah, I want to talk to that guy, but I accidentally stole all of their shit, and now he's murdering me in the blink of an eye. Better be damn sure you're looking in the direction you think you're looking in. Right, I have to go do this real quick. I should really just give up on skooma. It's useful for the whole fencing money thing. Alright, Corpus Weavings. You have 325, that's not great, but I can at least get rid of a few of these things. Okay, maybe not one of those. Get up to 25, and boom, I have all of your money now, thank you. And that skooma is still mine. Auf Wiedersehen. Schönes Wochenende. You're human, I think. Hello?
Please, by all means. I'm listening.
Avani Bug Musk. Yep, everyone says the same thing about the Bug Musk. Musk, not must. I must bug. Greater.
May you find all that you seek, traveler.
Ooh, X skill. That's fun. And soul gems of questionable viability, amulet of silence. Alright. Do you have a lot? Do you have a bunch of money, perhaps? Ooh, 100. Dang it. I'm a thief. Can we just... I know that there's like a conceit of like, oh, they don't want to trade it, look at that interesting detail, but at some point, like, I'm a thief. I'm all sneaky, I got maximum sneakitude. Maybe I could freaking conceal skooma without having to put it on the ground every time I talk to somebody. At some point, it's hard to believe that I have that much trouble with the idea of skooma. Let's see, so you are probably worth way too much, right? Yes. 3 times his current entire value. Alright. That good? I'll take it. There we go. Trying to unclutter that inventory a little bit. They're unfortunately my least valuable. They're my least weighty items, so I'm not going to deal with my inventory thing. But hey, I gotta find people that will buy it, that'll fit their inventory in the first place. And like, if they I need to drain each individual person's money total because everyone only has a few hundred at a time. Now a lot of the stuff cannot be traded to that one imp. That one scamp, because that character has he only will buy certain items. I think I have a fair number of things that it doesn't include, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't really entirely remember which ones it was anymore. Howdy. How do you do, Anora? Can you tell me about things? Choose a Hortator. That's a good sign. A Hortator is chosen by consensus. Everyone has to agree. A single no is a veto. First, a great house has to choose a Hortator. That's the same dialogue as always before. My bad. Erevar and Erevarine, Telvanni Counselors. Ooh, there we go. I got the book. Here's a recent edition of the Brown Book of the Great House Telvanni. It lists the current Telvanni Counselors and their residences. Let me mark the locations of the Counselors' Towers on your map. Tel Arun, Tel Vos, Tel Mora, Tel Branora, and Tel Naga is right in the center of Sadrith Mora. Well, alrighty then. Ah! Jesus. We were already talking. Red book. Brown book. Alright, so who lives in Tel Arun? Because that's where I already am. Tel Arun. Archmaster Gothred. Lord High Magus of Telvanni Council. Vardenfell District. Tower of Tel Arun. Okay. Everyone else lives in different towers, so I need to look for Gothred for this tower. And then make him love me. How do I make you love me? Do I just... Surprisingly, the admire button that makes people love me is a less than common actual solution for people loving me. Neither of you guys.
Yes, Outlander, what do you want? May I help you?
Do you have stuff I'd want to swindle? Resist. Oh, it has charges. My bad. I briefly thought I was looking at something. Something. Oh, I didn't mean to click on your bed. It was an accident. All this accidental space barring is killing me. 10 gold at a time. You're not the same. You're not who I'm looking for at all. Can I ask about Mr. Guy who runs this place? No. Can barter with you though, maybe, if I got rid of the skooma. Let's move on though. Let's look at the ceiling for holes. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Thank you for the pants of floatitude. Much appreciated. Hopefully there's no more floors.
What brings you here, friend?
Renina. That's an interesting male name. Don't get stuck. There we go. I am now, at the top of the tower, so I could have just flown up here without going inside. I'm no longer floating, so hopefully that's not a problem. You're not the same person either. Are you the person? Brolmir? Look at your crazy crown you got there.
I'm listening.
Okay, that's not a voice I was expecting. I'm listening. I kind of want it. It's probably heavy armor though, so I guess it wouldn't be good for my build unless I were to get 100 heavy armor rank too, because frankly, all my stuff's going up over time. I should check to see if I can enchant. Ooh, conjuration. Ooh, enchant. They're so low. I should see if I can find a item I can enchant with 100, not 100 necessarily, but a bunch of strength, because that would increase my equip load, which would be nice. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Are you being attacked by Daedra? Because it looks like you're Dremora. Gothrin. Are you gonna attack me? Because I'm about to tell you if that I want to be your Hortator. Yes, I know what a Hortator is. Tell your story and ask to be confirmed as Hortator. No, wait. Let me think. Yes! I understand perfectly. Your story makes sense. Your proofs are persuasive. But a decision on such a remarkable matter is a grave responsibility, and not to be taken in haste. I will need some time to reflect and consider, and to confer with the other Telvanni counselors. Leave me. Oh. How do you do? I can't talk to them? Alright. Well, alrighty then. Let's not look at the stuff to steal. My inventory is very full. I'm gonna take care of that, I think, after this episode. Between episodes, probably. The usual stuff. You guys have seen the method I use, and it is so not worth including in episodes because of how not interesting it is to watch. It's very repetitive. There is a camp I'm supposed to make love me. I might want to take them a visit. There's Telfir. Olamayan. Zainib. Vos. Telemora. Televos. So Televos is over there, huh? Dagon Fel. Telbernora. Is one of these supposed to be a Tel? Because I can't highlight it correctly, I don't think. They both say more like Mar. Where are all the Tels? I don't necessarily know where they're all located. Ghost Gate. Caldera. Okay. Actually don't know where 10 of them are. But I know where Telvos is. And I already knew where Telfir was because that's where we did the Corpus thing, but that may or may not be one of these guys. There's Tel Arun, Tel Vos, Tel Naga, Tel Branora. Ooh. Counselor representatives of Tel... wait. Oh, these are all of the representatives at the council hall in Sadrith Mora. Okay. Mouth Malam Ryan. Mouth Arara Uvulus. Mouth Raven Omayan. Felissa Lucen. And Mouth Malam Ryan. Oh, two of them have the same person. Interesting. So they all have representatives that speak for them at the actual main council hall in Sadrith Mora. I don't know if you talk to them. I imagine you actually want to meet the actual counselors, though, for this quest. Interestingly, most of them are called Mouth. There's interesting little variety here, little quirks that make it feel like a real place with exceptions and whatnot. Is that they're almost all called Mouths, which makes me think that maybe they speak for them, but also maybe they speak through them. I can almost see that being a magical process. But two of them share the same mage, the same Mouth character, and one of them is not called a Mouth at all, this Felissa Ulesen. Alright, where is Mistress Dratha? Are they also living here, I wonder? Let's see. So, Archmaster Gothrin, Master Aryan, Neloth, Mistress Dratha. No, she has the same Mouth character, Malam Ryan, but is apparently, they're apparently in Telemora instead of where we are right now, Tel Arun. So despite sharing the same representative, they live in two different locations. Interesting. I'm sure we'll have some time to learn about them as we go, but at the moment it would appear that no more of them are here, and none of them are in Telfir, so that guy does not count as one of them. So I'll have to poke around then. Alright. This one's gonna take a bit longer, I think.